This is a walkthrough of the TimeSweep activity, and this is really just walking through where to use your resources to do the reading, as well as to where to put the answers that you get from the reading. This won't really walk through on the presentation part, but we're going to see our goal is to look at how land changes over time and why it changes that land use, right? In class, we're going to look to see the difference between the past and the present and how to get things from BCE to the Common Era. We're going to notice that, at year zero, time doesn't start at year zero. Time starts way in the past. We're going about 5 million years in the past. So you have to delineate what happened before year zero and what happened after year zero, which is where we're going to see the Common Era and before Common Era marked. The way that you can sort this out, an easy way to figure out how long ago something happened. So if I want to go off and learn how long ago the year 10,000 was, you can just add the difference from year zero to now. So when I made this picture, it was 2022, but to do it today, whatever year you're watching this in, you just take the year you're trying to find. So if we're trying to go down to 10,000 BCE, we add the time between here and year zero. And so if we're trying to go back to the year 10,000, and right now when I'm recording this video, it is 2025. So I'm going to add 2,025 years to 10,000, and that will get me the distance between now and the year 10,000 BCE. Your graphic organizer looks just like this, and your graphic organizer walks you through how to mark down what you see and the differences. This is our word bank. One word is going to go into all of these sections, but just a walkthrough of our graphic organizer. Direction of time starts on the top left corner and goes to the bottom right. And so we're going to go through our TimeSweep paper, which looks just like, let's see, I have one somewhere. Here's the text. It is both on the sidebar in page 16, or that's not it. Located on Google Classroom, you'll be able to see on your student reading what you are marking down. So here is everything happening in the year 10,000 to 8,000 BCE. I'm going to look through that word bank and see if I can find any of these words in what's going on in 10,000 to 8,000. And then on my TimeSweep, I would just go ahead and mark that appropriately from the 10,000 to 8,000 column. I don't want to cross all of this off because one of these words is used again, and so you don't want to get rid of it because you never know when you're going to need it again. After you complete your chart, you have a question on Google Classroom, and your question is the exact same as this. It is to look at what are the differences from people adapting and changing over time. What I recommend is that you do a comparative declarative sentence, as in, this was different from that because this. So you'll see you could start by saying the weather was quite different for people who lived in Minnesota before 7,000, so before 7,000 BCE. If I was to finish that sentence, I might say what made the weather different from people who lived here and people who lived here. Remember, it's a comparative declarative, so you have to go off and actually compare the two items, and you're stating what the difference is. We're not asking any questions. We're sharing what our difference is. That's how to do the TimeSweep.